Mario, the most famous mascot of all video games. For over 30 years, this beloved plumber has been through so many adventures throughout different worlds and planets. But even for a simple run and jump game, there are tons of theories about Nintendo's most popular characters. So today, I'm going to show you some of the ones that I think are the most interesting, mind-blowing, and even funny. And I have to stress that these are just theories, what-ifs. No one's saying they're real, it's all good fun. And yeah, spoilers. These are the top 13 Mario Bros. Theories. The Mushroom Kingdom is heaven. Consider this. Mario falls and dies at the end of Donkey Kong Jr. The next time we see him, he's in the Mushroom Kingdom, a setting which is way more bizarre than where they were originally. Cheap in castles and all. I mean, he saves a princess from a fire-breathing turtle dragon creature, and is now the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom, able to participate in sporting events and parties forever really. That's pretty good for a plumber from New York, considering that he died in the last game. Mario is the Avatar. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, the Avatar is the master of all four elements: earth, wind, water, and fire. Let's see how this could be applied to Mario. For the element of fire, this would obviously be the Fire Flower, which gives Mario the ability to shoot fireballs right out of his hands. It's also a default special and his final smash in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. For water, Mario's always been able to breathe underwater with no aid. There's also the Ice Flower, the Penguin Suit, and the Frog Suit. For wind, Mario's had tons of power-ups that let him fly or float in the air. He's also pretty good at jumping and has no difficulty getting to tall places. Finally, with Earth, well, Mario can smash bricks with his bare fists and head easily. He also has Earth-like power-ups, like the Golden Flower and Metal Mario. As we can see, there are several power-ups that allow Mario to tap into his hidden element-bending abilities. But there's 5 more power-ups that cannot be represented as elements. Instead, they have to do with Mario's spirit. The Invincibility Star. The strongest item Mario can use, it gives him complete invulnerability and the power to destroy anyone in his path for a short amount of time. This is what happens when Mario taps into his avatar state, harnessing all 4 elements at once. 1-Up Mushrooms. Just like the Avatar, Mario is able to be reborn or to reincarnate. In the Avatar's case, each new cycle is a new avatar, while for Mario it's just him over and over and over again being reborn. Coins. These represent karma. For every 100 karmic acts, Mario gets another chance to reincarnate. As he trains and defeats enemies, he gets more karma, which gives him more lives. The only way he gains knowledge about his death is by remembering how it happened and trying to avoid it next time. Therefore, he needs as much karma as possible. Mushrooms. As the definitive power-up, Mario uses this to go from his freshly newborn state to his adult body, capable of using other power-ups and tapping into the power of the Avatar. And finally there's Yoshi, and well, Yoshi isn't a power-up, but every Avatar needs an animal companion with a strong spiritual connection. Yoshi has been there looking after Mario ever since he was a baby, and he can even control some of the elements himself, like flight or fire breathing. Mario and drugs. Mario and Peach were once dating, but they broke up. Unable to cope with the heartbreak, Mario turned to drugs to deal with his shitty situation, being a plumber and single and all. Tripping out, he aims to get his girlfriend back, but she isn't home. He goes to her friend's house and her family's house, but they all say the same thing: she isn't home. And since Mario is running around on shrooms, the police are after him. At one point, they even open fire. This would explain how a princess and a plumber got together in the first place. To Mario, in his point of view, he obviously would see his once girlfriend and the guy who stole her as a princess and a monster. Bowser is Peach's father. There's plenty of theories out there as to why Bowser is going after Princess Peach. It's always been assumed that he's just trying to take over the kingdom and nothing else. However, according to the rules of monarchy, Princess Peach cannot rule over the Mushroom Kingdom, otherwise her title would be Queen Peach. so constantly kidnapping the princess would do nothing, unless Bowser is Peach's father, the true ruler of the land, and is just trying to take it back. It would explain why Peach can rule as a princess, and despite there being kings in the Mario universe, Bowser is the only one with a castle. Coins are souls. In Mario games, whenever an enemy is killed with a fire flower, a coin flies out of them. Now this could be just a game mechanic, but many players see this as coins representing souls. It's possible that all the coins scattered around the stages are from those that died long before Mario got there. The instruction manual for the first Super Mario Bros. Game states that the inhabitants of the Mushroom Kingdom were turned into bricks, the same bricks that Mario crushes during his adventure. Anyways, if this were true, how did the coins get in there? There's a few more points that add to this theory, like the fact that harvesting coins has shown to give Mario extra life or health, and that some boos have coins in them. Super Mario levels are based on Norse mythology. In New Super Mario Bros. Wii, there are 9 worlds to play in, 8 that are given and 1 secret unlockable world with harder levels. In Norse mythology, there are 9 realms, which arguably parallel the worlds in Super Mario Bros. Wii. The first world is a simple and peaceful home to the Mushroom Kingdom, kind of like Midgard, which is said to be home to the humans. The second world, which is a desert, can be compared to Vanaheim, a mysterious and magical area that traditionally cannot be located. The third world and Jotunheim, sorry for my mispronunciations, are both given a snow theme. World 4 is a very lovely and tropical place, as well as Alfheim, which is also very vivid and beautiful. Next up is World 5, a very forest-like area with a lot of trees and little sunlight. This is very similar to Svartalfheim, home to the dark elves who hide from the sun. World 6 and Niflheim share a lot in common. Both are very foggy, full of mist, and are associated with a tall mountain. The 7th world is sky-themed, taking place above the clouds. This is strikingly close to Asgard, home to the gods and high above the sky. The fiery depths of World 8 is obviously Muspelheim, both home to the evil. Finally, the rainbow-themed World 9 parallels Bifrost, a giant rainbow star that accesses every world. And while Bifrost is not technically a world, the final being Nithavalir can represent all the underground levels throughout the game. Rosalina's origins. Now this one was made popular by Game Theory, but if you want the too long didn't watch version, here it is. In Super Mario Galaxy, there's a book that Rosalina reads throughout the game. The story in the book details a young girl who finds a lost Luma. The Luma is looking for her mother, and the two go on a journey across the universe, promising to take care of each other. The little girl eventually grows up, builds a new life on a blue comet, and soon becomes a foster mother to a whole bunch of Lumas. Most players would figure out that the girl in the story was Rosalina when she was younger, but the story mentions some interesting details about her origins. You see, in Chapter 4, we learn that Rosalina lost her mother back on Earth. Through a dream, we can see a figure that resembles her mother, and we can see that it kind of looks like Peach. And while the two do granted look similar, they also look the same age. Also, Rosalina's mother is supposed to be dead. So what gives? Well, at the end of the game, Bowser's lava planet implodes, creating a massive black hole that threatens everyone. They're all rescued when the Lumas pour themselves into the hole, transforming it into something that resembles the Big Bang. The game ends with a newly created universe and the Mushroom Kingdom now residing in a new galaxy, with Rosalina explaining to Mario about how the cycle of life repeats itself, but never in the same way, as if she's experienced all this before. So if Rosalina is Princess Peach's daughter, then what does this mean? Well, this could mean that Rosalina is indeed the daughter of Princess Peach, but just from a previous universe, and the events of Super Mario Galaxy takes place in a different reiteration of the universe, a different cycle. Mario staged all the games. The first Mario game, the original Super Mario Bros., is the only adventure Mario actually went on. After being praised as a hero by the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario begins to reminisce the events by dreaming in Super Mario Bros. 2. He then stages a play to relive his glory in Super Mario Bros. 3. Finally, he makes a reality show where he lives in Princess Peach's castle and must defeat all sorts of enemies, help others, and collect stars in Super Mario 64. This would conveniently explain why Lakitu is always following Mario with a camera, recording everything. This would also explain all the spin-off games like Mario Party, Mario Kart, and all the Mario sports games. I mean really, who else but the celebrity hero of the Mushroom Kingdom to host all these events? The Shadow People of Hell Valley. What the hell are these things? In Super Mario Galaxy 2, at the beginning of the Shiverburn Galaxy level, these odd figures can be seen in the background. They rest on top of a cliff and their locations are fixed, meaning that even by hacking the game, you can't get close to them. The game files reveal that the image is named Hell Valley Sky Tree. Zooming in on the image reveals that they have eyes and are seemingly looking down onto you. There are a few theories for their existence. Some believe that they are leftovers from beta levels or some type of ancient alien being spectating on Mario's journey. But my favorite theory is that these guys are known as Kodamas, spirits in Japanese folklore that inhabit trees and roam around mountains. It is believed that they bring good luck and fortune if their tree is undisturbed. Donkey Kong murdered Mario and Luigi's parents. In Donkey Kong Country, it's established that the Donkey Kong in the original arcade game is Cranky Kong, and that the one in Donkey Kong Jr. grew up to be the one that we all know and love today. However, in Yoshi's Island DS, we see baby versions of Mario, Bowser, Peach, Wario, and Donkey Kong, implying that they're all roughly the same age. Now, if this were the case, then how is it possible that a grown Mario fought Cranky Kong, but was defeated by an infant Donkey Kong? Aren't they supposed to be the same age? The theory goes that the original Jumpman is not Mario, but instead Mario's father. In the arcade game, it's confirmed that Jumpman is trying to save a woman named Pauline, assumed to be Mario's first love interest. If Jumpman is instead Mario's father, it's possible that Pauline is Mario and Luigi's mother. This would also mean that the infant Donkey Kong killed Jumpman in Donkey Kong Jr. At the end of the game, Jumpman falls to the ground because of Donkey Kong Jr. and is seen with a halo over his head. No character that dies in Mario is seen like that. Does this mean that Jumpman, Mario and Luigi's father, was killed by Donkey Kong? Luigi is overpowered. We all know that Luigi is the shy and cowardly character that constantly lives in his brother's shadow. However, throughout the games, it's always been implied that Luigi is just a bit more powerful than people think. He runs faster, jumps higher, and even hits harder than his brother Mario. But it's even more than that. In Super Paper Mario, Luigi is said to be the perfect host for the Chaos Heart, an artifact capable of destroying the universe. In Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door, there's a collection of books known as the Super Luigi series, detailing his brave adventures in the Waffle Kingdom. This involved him defeating a two-headed venomous snake, winning a kart racing contest, and saving the Princess Eklar. The theory goes that Luigi is always with Mario because he keeps his power level under control. Mario is one of the most skilled fighters and is definitely able to defeat Luigi if he would lose control. This would also explain why Luigi is so afraid of ghosts and boos. Since they're able to possess humans, one might possess Luigi and force him to do just catastrophic damage. The Bowser and King Boo theory. Who is King Boo? What's his purpose? Why is he pictured as an antagonist, and what's his goal, other than maybe kill Mario? In Super Mario World, there are occasionally these ghost houses infested with boos. Mario runs through them, disrupting the boos, and this gets the attention of King Boo and begins his hatred towards Mario. King Boo doesn't appear in the game, but he begins to track him down. In Paper Mario, Mario allies with the boos in World 3, but this doesn't change anything. Mario was still being disruptive to many ghost houses before this, and he's only teaming up with them because he has to. But this is where it gets interesting. At the end of the game, the platform that Bowser is standing on explodes, and there's no sign of him escaping. Even if he were to survive, the fall back down would most likely kill him. The town news even confirms this by saying, Bowser was badly beaten and will likely never return. We're sure of it, almost positive. If Bowser is surely never coming back, if he's killed, then how does he return in future games? In Luigi's Mansion, King Boo makes his first appearance, and you can even see him in a room with Mario trapped within a painting. The fortune-telling ghost even says, What is this? Bowser? How can this be? I see the hideous form of Bowser. Is Bowser somewhere in this mansion? I cannot believe it. And yet I see it. I thought that Mario had soundly defeated Bowser. Has King Boo somehow revived Bowser? Well, this could be horrible. Well, for you. And it is. King Boo has revived Bowser to get his revenge on Mario. That's the theory. This is why Bowser can fail and be defeated in the most extreme ways. And it also gives a purpose to King Boo. Since he's a ghost, he can't really die if he's already dead. Another similar theory, one that is a bit creepier, is that King Boo is the ghost of Bowser. Keep in mind that King Boo did not appear in Super Mario World. He only appeared after Bowser's death. He must have revived his old body to continue to go after Mario and Peach. Luigi is dead. According to this theory, there's been subtle hints about Luigi's supposed death throughout the earlier games. Luigi's first appearance was in the original Super Mario Bros. However, he was just a recolored sprite of Mario, no real character. He was finally made distinct from Mario in the game's sequel, Super Mario Bros. 2, where he was given his own unique set of abilities. This is the only time where Luigi is considered alive. Excluding the spin-offs, Luigi would not appear once, not even in the critically acclaimed Super Mario 64, where Bowser, Peach, Yoshi, and even Toad appeared. This is where the infamous L is real phenomena comes into place. You see, in the castle courtyard, which is infested with boos, there is a plaque with a star statue on top of it, and on the plaque reads some garbled text. What this thing reads out has always been debated, but the most popular and widespread answer is L is real 2401. Many believe that this refers to Mario's missing brother. Don't worry, Luigi did return to star in his own game, which was Luigi's Mansion, a nightmarish ghost-filled game about death. And of course, there's the infamous shadow of Luigi that looks like he's been hanged by a noose. So what gives? Why was Luigi treated like this in the older games? Super Mario Bros. 3 never happened. After the fame and status that Mario achieved in the original Super Mario Bros., he wanted to relive his glory of being the princess-saving hero of the Mushroom Kingdom. Super Mario Bros. 2 had the infamous "it was all a dream" ending. What if Mario was dreaming about the game because he misses the adventure? The theory states that the next sequel, Super Mario Bros. 3, was all theater, a play, for Mario to relive the events of the original Super Mario Bros., the game that made him a star. The game begins with curtains opening. The blocks are bolted to the background. Platforms are attached to the roof via ropes, as if they're props, and almost everything has a backdrop shadow, as if lights are emitted to illuminate the scene of a play. The Mario Timeline Theory. Shigeru Miyamoto once stated that story and continuity were not part of the Mario franchise. The games were just random, timeless events with the characters just playing out their roles. However, if one were to timeline all these games together, how would it look? Now there's a whole bunch of different versions of the Mario timeline, but I'll try to find a good middle between all of them. Well, the first game would be the original Donkey Kong 94, where Jumpman is trying to save Pauline from Cranky Kong. The next game would be Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, and its sequels, seeing that Mario and Luigi are just toddlers during this game. Super Mario Bros. Is next, where Mario has to save Peach from Bowser for the first time. Following up would obviously be the 2 sequels and the Lost levels, which causes Mario to become a wealthy celebrity. He even makes a celebrity appearance in Punch-Out! Peach takes Mario and Luigi to Yoshi's Island, and they discover that it's been taken over by Bowser and the Koopalings. Mario and Yoshi reunite, and the events of Super Mario World takes place. Later on, he begins to film his life to make a movie in Super Mario 64. Meanwhile, his brother Luigi, disguised as Mario, saves Princess Daisy in Super Mario Land. This game was made when Mario and Luigi looked very identical. Mario finishes the movie to find that Wario has taken over all of his land, and thus the events of Super Mario Land 2 takes place. After Wario is defeated, he moves to Wario Land, and all of the WarioWare series games takes place. Mario Party, Mario Kart, and all the various sport games become very popular in the Mushroom Kingdom, with Bowser and his minions being played by actors. In Mario Kart, Bowser's car is slow on purpose because he's supposed to lose for the kids. The Paper Mario series is a storybook for the children of the Mushroom Kingdom to read, and Super Mario RPG may very well be a game within their world. Now, this is where it gets a little intense. In Yoshi's Island DS, Bowser goes back in time to meet his younger self. They even recognize each other. By doing this, Bowser creates a new timeline that's almost identical to the previous one, except this time, baby Bowser knows that if he goes back in time to kidnap the Star Children, he'll fail. Instead, what happens is that when he grows up, he goes back further in time to when Mario was just a baby. Bowser causes the stork to go to the wrong house, baby Luigi gets kidnapped, and all the Yoshis help Mario in Yoshi's new island. Baby Bowser, who could be Bowser Jr., but this would explain why he doesn't have a mother, because he is himself, and adult Bowser are both defeated. Strangely enough, Bowser Jr. and Bowser both appear in the next game, Super Mario Sunshine. There is no explanation for Bowser Jr.'s existence. Well, if Bowser Jr. is Baby Bowser, then that would mean that adult Bowser kidnapped himself. Not only would this cause a paradox, but a third timeline where they don't exist. In this timeline, the threat of evil is gone, everything is at peace, and Mario and Peach could finally be together. The stork delivers Rosalina, Peach dies, and then Rosalina meets Luma, lives off into space, and experiences the cycles of life over and over and over again. Eventually, Rosalina gets to the one cycle where the events of Super Mario Galaxy unfold. After the universe resets itself, all is well, Mario welcomes the new galaxy, and the new Super Mario Bros. Games begin.